Let it pull up here on YouTube, and then we'll be ready to get started. All right, there we are. We're on YouTube. Let me go find us on this page right here. Those of you who are joining us on YouTube, we're getting ready to get started with today's course, and it is on rate confirmations and BOLs. Y'all give me just a moment, getting everything in place. My channel, my live training. All right, we're ready to get started. The training, pull up live. All right, we're going to start my recording, and we'll get started here. Record to cloud. I'm gonna record this to my computer. All right, good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? This is Calvin Butler with the RBBS Logistics Learning Center. We're here with the National Dispatchers Network. And tonight is Thursday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it is time for How to Dispatch series. And tonight we are on step number 6. Step number 6. We're one step away from the final step of this 7-part series of How to Dispatch training. And then once we finish part 7 next week, we'll go back and start all over again. And these new ones will be posted to the back office site. Now, for those of you who haven't had a chance to refresh your browsers, first of all, let me say hi to everybody. Hey, Mr. Vernon Kerner, how you doing? Trice, how you doing? Damian Stevens is in the house. Nikki Carrington is in the house. We have Barbara in the house tonight here for live training. And on our YouTube channel, let me go and start sharing my screen. Who do we have on YouTube tonight? Share my screen, share my screen, share my screen. Share my screen. Who do we have on YouTube tonight? On YouTube, we have, so far, we have James Sears on YouTube, and we have Deborah Spencer on YouTube. Hello, how y'all doing? We have 8 people watching, only 2 have checked in. For the other 6 of you, how y'all doing? Check in with us, say hi. You know, don't be scared. Just go in and say hi. No posting any inappropriate material in the comments. Now, this is getting kind of ridiculous here. People just posting inappropriate material. And you know who you are. So come on, let's be grown-ups and let's stop doing that, okay? Let's just stop doing that, because I'm going to delete it. I'm going to report it. And it's never going to see the light of day. So why even do it? I mean, come on, really. Just stop doing it. Okay? All right. All right. With that being said, let's go and get started. All right. Tonight. Let's go here to my back office site here. For those of you who are new and those of you who have been here for a while, here's what I need you all to do. I need you all to go to your mydispatcher.org, your back office site. Log in, go back here to your back office section and click on Dispatcher Tools and Resources, because this is where we access all our back office tools and resources. You all will notice that there's been a change in the back office of the Dispatcher Tools and Resources, but you're only going to see that change only if you refresh your browser. Okay, and what I mean by refreshing your browser, you're gonna go to your back office site, then you're gonna go up here and you're gonna hit this little refresh button right there. Y'all see that little circle? You're gonna click that, and it's gonna refresh your browser. When you refresh your browser, that is gonna give you all of the new updates that we've made since the last time you all logged in. Some of you all never refreshed your browser, so you're still looking at stuff from 2017. Okay, so refresh your browser. And if we have new passwords and we have new stuff in the back office site, all that stuff, then we'll update, and then you will be able to see new stuff. So get in the habit of refreshing your browser at least, once every couple of weeks, okay? Because as you'll see, I've added all of the new dispatch series videos in the back office. We've gotten rid of the old ones, and every week what we're going to be doing is when we finish a whole 7-week series, we're going to take this series off and put the series that we just finished up. Does everybody understand what I'm doing and why we do that? Is everybody on track with that? Everybody understand why we're doing that and what we're doing? Because we want you all to have the most updated information, because things change, like how we locate carriers. That changed from the way we originally did it. So now I have all of the new how to dispatch series, all 7 of them are loaded up in here now. Okay, from compliance to locating carriers to the pitch to the dispatch agreement to load acquisitions to what else we got here, to confirmations, rate confirmations, to invoicing. And tonight, this is where we at right here. We're on rate confirmations, we're on rate cons and BOL. That's where we're at tonight. Okay. And then next week we'll be on invoicing. And then we will start all over again the week after that, and we will go back to the first one. But before we start that, I'm going to take these off, and all of the new ones that we would have done this past 7 weeks, they will be on here. Is that clear to everybody? All right. All right. I hope that's clear to everybody. Nobody's responding. Everybody will be quiet tonight. Nobody want to talk to me. Okay. That's fine. I hope everybody's got it. So
got it.
Hopefully everybody's got it. All right. So
Got it.
And in it. All right, great. Great. Also, you would notice that some of the passwords and usernames have changed in the load board access. So make sure when you refresh it, you always see the new passwords and stuff. So check your load boards and check stuff. Make sure you got the new stuff so you can see all the other stuff. One of our members was looking at stuff, but he never really logged into the load board, so he wasn't seeing any of the prices, and he couldn't figure out why he wasn't seeing the prices. Well, because he never logged in. He was just going to the load board, but he wasn't using our logins to log in, because we have the premium membership for you all to look at. So when you all go to the load board, it's the premium membership that shows you all the prices, all the goodies and stuff like that. So make sure that you refresh your browser every now and then so you get the correct stuff. All right. With that being said, let's jump right into our training tonight. Tonight's training is on what happens after you have dispatched your freight. Okay, you have called, you have gotten your carrier signed up to your dispatch agreement. You sent them the carrier profile form. They filled it out. You called them up that morning, asked them where they're at. I'm in Mobile, Alabama. Okay, let me find you some good paying freight. You went to the load boys. You found them some. So you done what you need to do to find the right type of freight. You found the short runs. You connected the dedicateds and everything. You've done the numbers, and now you're ready to secure those loads. Okay, you contact that broker, Mr. Broker, my carrier with DOT number, blase, 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 is interested in load number, blase, 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 that you have on the load board here. And I'm the bona fide agent for that carrier. All right, great. You contact them. That broker runs your carrier's DOT number. Everything is cool. Everything is great. They say, yeah, that carrier can run that load for us. And then the carrier, then you all discuss the load. And then you're going to have them to do what? Anybody. After you discuss the load, what do you do next? What are they going to send you? What are you going to ask for?
You're going to ask for rate confirmation of the conversation that you agreed to.
Exactly. You're going to ask for rate confirmation. Okay, I pulled up some of my old loads here, or some of my loads from the past. Some old invoices. I got a lot of invoices. Anyway, a lot of invoices here. And here is one for Cedric Wells. Okay, this is back in 2018, and this is a load invoice billing from RBBS National Dispatchers Network. Member Keitra Williams, doing business as Push in Freight Logistics. Okay, now if you notice here, now this is an invoice which we're going to go over this next week. So don't get caught up in all the wording of this. This is an invoice, and this is what we're going to cover next week. This is covered on how to get paid. But when I'm pulling this up here, because I have attached to every invoice, I always attach what? The rate confirmation and all the other docs that come with this. Now, here is the rate confirmation, and here's some more doc files, and then you got your dispatch agreement and some doc files, and then you got your BOL. Okay. Now, in this rate confirmation, let me go and pull up this rate confirmation. Pull up this rate confirmation. Here's the rate confirmation. Yeah, here's the rate confirmation. All right. Now, very important. The rate confirmation is a very, 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 very important piece of document. Can anybody tell me why the rate confirmation is so important? It is vital. Why is the rate confirmation so important?
Are you going to get paid?
Not only does it determine how you're going to get paid, it determines what you're going to get paid on, and if you're going to get paid at all. Because look, if a broker is going to screw you, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be in the rate confirmation. Does everybody agree to that? Now, I'm going to tell y'all why that is, in case you don't know why. Because the rate confirmation is one of the most overlooked documents in this whole process.
Do you guys see this app right here?
Okay, someone got the mic open. If you got conversation going on that doesn't pertain to this class, mute your mic. Okay? Let's not have any outside conversations interrupting the course. Okay? All right. This piece of document is the most overlooked document in the whole process. You know, I mean, we have some dispatchers who, because you assume that what you talked about is in this rate confirmation. And what are one of the things that you never should do when dealing with documentation when it comes to you getting paid? You should never what?
Skip over it. You have to look at the details.
You never assume anything, right?
Right.
Proofread
You
it.
should never assume anything. Exactly. Read it twice if you have to, but make sure that you, as the dispatcher, you make sure you read this rate confirmation. Because if it's not in the rate confirmation, it does not exist. Let me repeat that. If it's not in the rate confirmation, it doesn't exist. Okay? So if he tells you out of his mouth or on the load board, you see on the load board, this load is a one stop, one drop, one pickup, one drop is paying $2,500. It's going 600 some odd miles or whatever the case may be. You know, this is that. But then on the rate confirmation, it may be that it's a 2 pickups, it's 1 pickup, 2 drops. That changes things. Right? That changes things dramatically. There's a lot more work, a lot more time involved. Right?
Right. Yep.
Or it may be on the rate confirmation that he's not getting paid that $2,500. It may be something else. So make sure you read the rate confirmation and make sure that your carrier understands some of the instructions that are in the rate confirmation. Because in some rate confirmation, they have sets of instructions, and if those instructions are not met to the letter, guess what? They can withhold pay. The shipper can deny the load. The receiving shipper can deny the load. Or you can be turned away when you go to pick up the load because you did not follow the instructions that were set forth in the rate confirmation. Okay? That's why it's very important. Now, a standard rate confirmation is going to look like this. You're going to have the name of the company. You're gonna have their address, their, the doc number, the MC number, the phone number, fax number. You're gonna have the load number, which is gonna be up here. Always check for the load number, the date that is sent to you, what type of load it is. This is a power only. The equipment length is 28, empty trailer. This is an empty trailer move, okay? This is what this is. These are empty trailer moves, all right? 352 miles, come down here. It goes in, then always look for your notes and references. This is where a lot of your instructions are gonna be in the notes and references. No, trailer towaway, forfeit if trailer is loaded, and carrier will be responsible for any damages that occur while loaded. That's the perfect example. What I just told you, if you do not follow some of the instructions in the rate confirmation, you could be denied pay. Y'all see exactly what I mean by that? So you have to make sure you read these rate confirmations. Because I'm going to tell you, most times carriers don't read them. They assume that what you told them is in the rate confirmation. They get it, they sign it, and it's in the back. Now it's in the carriers don't read them. So it's your job to read it and to make sure that your carrier understands the instructions that go along with it. Does everybody see the importance of that? Does everybody see the importance of that?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. Please, matter of fact, let me read this again. Trailer not to be loaded. Payment forfeit if trailer is loaded, and carrier will be responsible for any damages that occur while loaded. Not only could you not get paid, but you can wind up owing them money.
Wow.
Rate confirmation ain't just a rate confirmation, not just a little simple document anymore. Now is it? It has quickly become one of the most important documents in this whole process. Okay, please have driver take picture of each side of trailer, inside trailer, wheels to ensure quality is maintained and avoid any disputes upon delivery. Now, if you don't follow those instructions, he get there with the trailer. He pull up, oh, it's in good shape. They look at the wheels, something wrong with them, one of the bolts is off. What is that? They could deny him even dropping that trailer off, right? Because he got no proof to show that it was that way when he picked it up, right?
All right.
And the instructions clearly instruct him to take pictures, inside, outside, and inside and outside of the wheels, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is not uncommon. You will find rate confirmation that have this type of stuff in it. So always read the rate confirmation. Okay. Maintain to avoid disputes upon delivery. Trailer is not considered delivered until POD is received by broker. Proof of delivery. Until proof of delivery is received by broker. Please send POD within 24 hours. These are very specific instructions. That's why you have to read the whole rate confirmation within 24 hours. It don't say send them within 25 hours, 24 hours and 30 minutes. It says within 24 hours. So if you late on sending that stuff, guess what? You cannot be paid. They can refuse you pay, and they can do it legally, and then you can do about it. All right. To T-Vans at within 24 hours to T-Vans at shipleague.com or text pictures to 813-495-3596. Now, if you see something like that, what is a good rule of thumb? The good rule of thumb is to do both, right?
Yep.
Send it by email and text the pictures. Do both. Okay? Do both. I know it says or, but do both. Okay? Towaway is 2 to 3 day transit Any trailers kept longer than 5 days will be subject to late fees at $100 a day.
Dang.
All right. make sure your carriers understand when you are relaying this information to the. See, this is what we call pertinent information, and a lot of rate cons will have pertinent information in them. I chose this rate con because it has a lot of pertinent information, but I want to show y'all the importance of making sure that you read these rate cons and make sure your carrier understands them. Make sure they follow the instructions to the letter, because that's the difference between you getting paid and you getting mad. Well, hey, y'all paid. To get paid because he was 2 hours late. Well, guess what? The rate con tells you that. Okay? All right, $100 a day. Any trailer kept longer than 6 days will be reported stolen by the customer. So not only do you owe money, but now you run a chance of getting your butt arrested. Look, I know this seems real. Some of y'all probably said, man, this is just overkill for rate con. But I'm here to let y'all know this is the type of stuff that is in rate cons. I want y'all to understand the seriousness of this document. And most people they don't really think about how serious this document is in the process. This is probably one of the most serious and most consequential documents in the entire process. And now you are starting to see why I said that, right? Well, this document is one of the most consequential and the most serious documents in the entire process. Because this document can land you in financial problems, not getting paid, owing money. It can also land you in legal problems. You sit behind some bars for a while. Okay? All right. And yes, this is a real contract that I had with some, with this company and that there was doing freight with. Good company, because them empty trailer moves paid decent money. So you just pulling just empty trailers. All right. Where we at? Within 24 hours, and they're going to go away. This is say, okay, reported stolen by customer. If the driver has any delays, and notice this is if the driver has any delays or breakdowns, the broker needs to be notified immediately. It don't say, well, I'll call the broker tomorrow, let him know that he had a breakdown. I'll call him in a few hours and let him know that, hey, he got delayed. Ain't no big deal. No. As soon as that driver calls you, say, hey, man, I'm tied up, you need to get on the phone with that broker and let them know, hey, he said he's tied up. So that way the broker can then mitigate some of the damage. They can then contact the shipper, let the shipper know what's going on and what the case may be. And then they may be able to reschedule the drop or the pickup. Okay? Right. Very important, people. Very important, people. If you are a procrastinator, this is not the job for you. Trust me on this now. When stuff comes up, you have to handle it right then and there. Darren Stevens, are you on here? Darren Stevens, are you on here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can you stress to them how important it is to take care of stuff the moment it happens?
Yes, hold on 1 second. Can you give me a second, Calvin? Give me 1 minute. All right. You can go ahead and talk. Just give me a minute.
Because I know Darren got some examples of stuff happening. Look, in this business, stuff always happens. Okay? Stuff always happens. And you as a dispatcher, you are the quarterback in this whole game. You're the quarterback on this team. You're orchestrating everything. Okay? Or if you're not the quarterback, you're the coach. One or the other. But you're the one who's got to sit there and got to take care of when stuff happens. You're the one who's got to report it. You're the one who's got to get taken care of because that's your job. Okay, don't wait on this stuff. If a driver calls you and say, hey, I know, hey, I'm running about an hour late. You tell him, hold on for a second. Get on the phone with the broker. Mr. Broker, I got to drive on the phone. Mr. Broker, I got to drive on the phone. Let me merge y'all together. All right, driver, I'll go and say it again. Yeah, I ran into some heavy traffic here out of Atlanta, and it doesn't look like it's going to clear up for at least another hour. Now that broker is hearing it firsthand from the driver, and the broker says, okay, well, let me go ahead and contact the receiving shipper and see what we need to do. I'm gonna give you a call right back. Okay. The broker is now you've done your part, and you will inform the broker. The broker is now doing what he needs to do to make sure that he gets paid, so you can get paid, so the driver get paid. Right? He's gonna probably try to go and smooth things over and reschedule the drop, thus push it back to a later time that day, or later on that day or that night, or maybe even the next day, maybe. Okay, you may have to sit on that load for a day, but at least you'll still get paid for it. Okay. Wait on Darren to get back here whenever he gets back.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, a busy weekend this weekend.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Look, I know you got some examples of some stuff that happened that need to be taken care of as soon as it happens.
Well, actually, one just happened 2 days ago. I had it's a power outage, just like what you were just talking about. And I had a load, and what happened, two things happened. A broker had me drive from Florida to Georgia to pick up a load. When the driver got there, they took the broker call and tell him not to load the truck. They had someone else on the load. Now the broker didn't call me at all to inform me that, hey, we put someone else on the load for whatever reason. Anyway, the trailer that we had supposed to deliver the next day. So it couldn't be delivered. So I had to call the broker with the trailer and say, hey, we're going to run an extra day late, because late fee, they charging $200 a day. Woo! And once I called him, he said, okay, that's cool, man. Just drop it off, before 12 a.m. the next day. So that's what happened this week. So it's a lot of stuff. As soon as it happened, you as the dispatch, you have to contact the broker immediately.
Exactly. Because if you don't contact the broker, you are definitely probably not going to get paid. You probably have to pay some money. So go ahead and handle it as exactly. So a good rule of thumb is to handle stuff immediately when it happens. Notify the broker so the broker can then smooth it over with the shipper or the receiver, and everybody can still get paid. Okay, they can make some other arrangements, reschedule the drop or reschedule the pickup or something, so everybody can get paid. But I hope that we are stressing the importance of reading the rate con. Okay. All right. Delays or breakdowns. The broker needs to be notified immediately of the breakdown/delay. In the event of a breakdown, there will be no late fees, as long as, now there's a condition to that. Y'all see that, right? There will be no, in the event of a breakdown. Somebody got the mic open. Please mute your mic. We got kids in the background there. Mute your mic. In the event of a breakdown, there will be no late fees as long as the carrier provides paperwork showing the breakdown and repairs. They want proof. You can't just tell them, hey, he broke down. No, you got to show proof that he did break down in the form of those, the paperwork, receipts, the maintenance on paperwork of that breakdown and the repairs it took to repair it. All right. These people don't play about their shipments. Okay, let me let y'all know that right now. This is very serious stuff. They move billions of dollars worth of freight every single month. Not every year. They move billions of look, some of these shippers move billions of dollars worth of freight every month. Every single month. Big business. A lot of money involved. So they do not play about their freight. They are very serious when they come to, if they take the time to put this in the notes, know that it's serious. Anytime you see something in notes, know that you better be following those notes. You better be reading them. Know that your carrier, you better explain this to your carrier. Make sure they understand what's in the notes section. Okay? There's a reason why they have this up here, notes and references. Why it's up there by itself. because this is very important stuff. Okay, the rate con itself is very important stuff. All right. After that, you're gonna come down here. You're gonna see where it says pick up, the date, the time, that it needs to be picked up on, the location where it needs to be picked up. Contact gives you a contact number. You contact them. If anything goes on, reference number, because if you get to the gate, a lot of times they got security. They're gonna know a reference number, so they know what lane to put you in, what dock to put you at. Okay, deliveries. Okay, they're gonna have a date and time. They're gonna give you your window, just like you have a window here on your pickups anytime before 1700. Okay, that's 5 o'clock for you people that don't know military time. That's 5 p.m. Okay, that's 5 p.m. Anywhere between 8:30 and 1700. Okay, on your delivery time. Okay, this is where it's gonna be dropped off at Ryan Howard Food Services in Louisville, Tennessee, and the contact there is that number right there. Okay. Note, between 8:30 and 1700, it's your drop time. You got a pretty big window, 8:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. I mean to 5 o'clock p.m., which is 1700. Okay. All right. The rate description pay item. It's a flat rate, $500. Now remember, these are the empty trailer moves. There ain't no weight to them. Pretty much quick moves. You're running this freight. It's 352 miles, $500. For an empty trailer. And you move those pretty quickly. And that's usually something. This is more than likely a back and forth. So which means you probably take a trailer there and you pick up a trailer and then you bring it back. You take a trailer there and pick up a trailer and take it back up, take a trailer and bring it back. Matter of fact, that's what this contract was. I got a whole bunch of these in here because all the driver was doing was taking empty trailers there, dropping it off, picking up another trailer, bringing it back. Take an empty trailer there, drop it off, pick up another trailer, bring it back. Sometimes they would take an empty trailer up, they would bring a loaded trailer back. If they was bringing a loaded trailer back, it was more than 500. It was usually about 1,000. So it was about double the empty trailer. So you could pretty much run these loads in one day because with that empty trailer, you can move a lot faster. Ain't no wait time to pick up on the power only. Right there, look, power only, there is no wait time. There is no waiting for loading and all this other stuff. So you can literally run these 200-300+ mile loads in one day because you don't have any downtime as far as pickup. You pull in, you hook up to a trailer, they tell you what slot that trailer's in, you go find it, you hook up to it, you come back out, you sign out, and you off, boom, gone. It's empty. So you running 55, 65 miles an hour, you ain't got nothing dragging you. You got nothing holding you back, you just straight trucking. So you get there, they tell you a slot to drop it off at, you pull it into that slot, you unhook it, then they tell you where to go pick up the other trailer. You roll around, you go back, and you hook that trailer up, and you take off, headed back. Okay? So if you're running empty back and forth, that's 500 there, 500 back, that's $1,000 a day. And usually those run all day, every day. So on that then you can run at least one a day. That's $1,000 a day. That's not bad money for a power only. Okay, that's actually a pretty good contract. And then it's even better if you got a empty trailer going, but you're pulling a loaded trailer back, which is 1,000 going. 500 going, 1,000 coming back. That's $1,500 a day, 5 days a week. Okay, $1,500 a day, 5 days a week. Easy money. Easy money. All right. Must pick up and deliver on agreed upon date and time, which is listed in the rate confirmation. Late fees apply at the rate of $200 per day. As Darren just told y'all, that's about the average going late fee at $200 per day past due date. Failure to deliver the load 3 days past due date will result in complete forfeiture of payment, which means you don't get nothing. If going to a job site, convention center, or any other time-sensitive receiver, and the driver is late, then additional fees will be applied on top of The day fees. This document just got real serious, didn't it? That little rate card just got real serious, didn't it? Okay. Please forward all carrier payment documentation to accounting@shiplead.com for normal 30-day payment terms. If you would like quick pay, please send all paperwork and invoices to quickpay@shiplead.com and specify which quick pay option you would like and attach all bank information needed. In the event that the carrier's invoices are not received by Lead Logistics LLC at the email address accounting@shiplead.com or quickpay@shiplead.com within 120 days of the date of delivery, such invoices will be deemed waived by the carrier and Lead Logistics. Y'all know what that waive means? Which means that basically telling them I don't want no money. I just work for free. Okay, you don't want that. Okay, you don't want to let them know you work for free. Would be waived by the carrier and Lead Logistics LLC and all related parties, shippers, receivers, and customers shall not be responsible for payment to carrier. Back soliciting or double brokering will result in non-payment. Now, can anybody tell me what back soliciting or double brokering is? Are y'all familiar with that term? Anybody familiar with the term back soliciting or double brokering?
I'm familiar.
I've heard double brokering. That's when you book with one person, and then when you get the paperwork, there's another name on there, another company.
Yeah. Back soliciting is kind of like the same thing almost, but matter of fact, let's go to our logistics library and let's see if they got that listed in there. That's for the logistics library. Now hold on here. Where is my documents? Let's go to our logistics library. Let's go and use our back office tools here and see what we got here. Now they describe this as back what? They describe this as back soliciting. That's what it's described. That's what it's described as back soliciting. So terminology, dictionary of terms, freight shipping dictionary. Let's try that. Let's try the freight shipping dictionary. Oh shoot, I forgot. I had to put my thing in incognito because someone was trying to tap into my site here. So look for the term back soliciting. Freight dictionary. We're gonna go to freight dictionary. Back soliciting. Well, let's see if it's in here. Back haul. I don't see it in here. Brokering. It's gonna be on the shipper's terms though. All right, let's go on the shipper's terms. Let's go on the freight dictionary. Let's go to freight dictionary. Let's look on the freight dictionary. Come on. All right, freight dictionary. All right. I don't see it in here on the back soliciting. I don't see it on this one. We'll go down here to soliciting. See if they have it on there. Nope, they don't have it on there. All right, let's try another source. Let's go to our other part of the library.
I'm just waiting for more food.
Somebody please mute your mic. There's Barbara. All right. What we got here? Freight, trucking terms, terminology, glossary of terms. Let's try that. All right. Back hall birth, bill of ladings. I don't see back soliciting. Deadhead. I don't see back soliciting in that one either. Now, we may have to go to the good old tried and true Google. So we can't find it in our dictionaries, terminology, glossary, dictionary of terms. Let's try dictionary of trucking terms. It should have been on the freight terms though, but that's a dead link. That's a dead link. Let's go logistics 101. Logistics blogs. Go logistics 101, see what we got there. All right, less than truckload terms, dictionary. All right. Freight shipper tips, freight dictionary. Oh, I'm trying to see if I can find my search tool here. What's my search button? So I wonder if I put it in. It just takes us back to the same one. I don't see it on here. All right, so let's Google it. Back soliciting, see what they say about it. Back soliciting. Spelling this right, S-O-L-I-C, solicit, T-G. I think I'm spelling that right. Search Google for back soliciting. Back solicitation is understood to mean a practice where a delivering carrier or interline carrier obtains the freight business through another carrier, logistics company, or broker, and then uses the information obtained from this party to determine who the customer is, and then solicits the business of the customer. All right. So in other words, don't go around them to go that directly to their customer, which is what I thought it meant anyway. All right. Does everybody understand that? Does everybody understand that? Hello?
Yes.
All right. So don't get caught going around someone. Don't get caught going around a broker or going around a shipper to find out who they got that load from, or going around this company that does these empty trailer moves and then trying to set up a deal, directly with that trailer company versus going through that broker. Everybody got that? That's what that means.
Yes.
Okay. Now, do brokers sometimes try to do this to you all?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah.
They
Is there
do.
ever a time you can get that information?
No.
Or no. Okay.
No, that's unethical. That's unethical. If you are engaging in I like to say a gentleman's agreement, but it's more than a gentleman's agreement because you have a contract when you have a contract when you agree to be a dispatcher. That's why the statute is there. Now, don't get me wrong. Do a lot of people do this? Yeah. Is it right? No. Okay. No, it's not right. If you get caught, can you get in trouble? Yes. Because remember, trucking and freight is still a good old boy's business. I want y'all to understand that. Okay. If you ever doubt that, buy yourself a CB and just sit there and listen. You'll be horrified. It is a good old boy's business. Okay. It is a good old boy's Southern business. It is a Southern good old boy's business. And I think y'all know what I mean by that, right? All right. So
yes.
word travels in this industry. And once you get blacklisted, you might as well quit and go move on to another industry. you can just forget it. You can forget it. You would never do business in this industry. You already turn. I see to it that you never work in this industry again. That term originated in trucking. That didn't originate in Hollywood. That term originated in trucking. Okay, this is still a good old boys, type of business. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody talks to everybody. Word gets around. Once word gets around that you've been running around, people setting up contracts, but and you got through them through another company without that company's consent, or nobody's ever going to deal with you ever again. Okay. Now, does it happen? Yes. Should it be happening? No. Should you do it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If you go into an agreement with a shipper or a broker and you all agree to a price, don't try to get slick and say, well, I'm going to cut this broker out. I'm going to go around him and go directly to the source and get my money directly there. That way I can get more money. Don't stoop to that level. Don't do it. Because you wouldn't want it done to you. Right?
Right.
You wouldn't want it done to you. And you could find yourself in court. Because like I do, I don't take people to DOT anymore or Federal Motor Carrier Association. When someone, tries to slick me or not pay me or go around me, and I've already got that dispatch agreement with the writing on it, with them signatures on it, I've already got that rate con with the signatures on it and that BOL with the signatures on it, I'm not going to bother going no DOT or no Federal Motor Carrier Association if you tell me that you ain't going to pay me, or if I'm invoicing you and you ain't trying to pay me. I'm going to go find out what state you in. I'm going to pay that little $79.50. I'm going to file a small claims court. I'm taking it to court because I got all the documentation, all the emails in my favor. And I'm going to win every time. And I have won every time. I've done it 6 times already. Okay, I've done this with 6 different carriers in 4 different states. And not only did I get what I was asking for, but in 4 out of those 6 cases, I got punitive damages on top of that. Okay? So if you ever run into somebody who is serious about their business, they ain't going to bother about reporting you to the DOT or Federal. They're going to take you to court. They're going to take you to court. Okay? So don't do it. All right? Just don't do it. That's highly unethical. Don't do it. All right? All right. So now, if you need to make deals directly with shippers or whatever, make sure you're not doing it. Make sure you do not get that information through dealing with a broker on a deal that you all have done a deal on. I know it's going to be tempting, but don't do it. I'm just letting you know, don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not. There are 19 million plus shippers. 19 million plus shippers. And we give you all access to all 19 million of them. So why would you even have to risk doing something like that? You can just use our shipper list and go directly to 18,999,999 other shippers. Right? Right?
Right.
It's not worth it, man. Don't even stoop to that level. Okay? Just don't do it. All right. Back to our rate confirmation. Where we are here. Back to our rate confirmation. Where's my page at? Y'all give me a second. Let me get out some of this stuff. Get out some of this stuff. All right, here we go. Go back to our rate confirmation. All right, finish reading our rate confirmation. Where we at here? We were down on this area. Must pick up delivering days. Okay, read this again. Should not be responsible. All right, and customers should not be responsible for payment to carrier. Bank soliciting and double brokering will result in non-payment. If you call our customer directly, you will forfeit all payment. please only email paperwork and do not send via postage mail. All right. So this broker right here is basically you don't even call our customer. I mean, they're telling you up front, don't call our customer. Okay, because they're not your customer. They put in the work to develop this customer base. You got no business calling their customer directly. You really don't. Okay. Driver signs it. Driver cell phone number goes there. Print's name, signature goes right there. Okay. All right. That's a rate con. Some people call it load confirmation, but it's a rate con. Now, in that same paperwork, you have the BOL. Okay. Midwest Utility, BOL, League Logistics. There we go. This is the BOL. This is when the load has been dropped, and make sure your driver never leaves or receives a shipment without a BOL. Okay, that's rule number one. Always get a BOL. In this case, take a picture of it because that's all this is. You get right here, you laid it out, you took a picture of it. That's all you need. Okay, a good, clear picture copy is all you need. Their BOLs have their trailers laid out, how they should be looked when they come in. They should be opened up so they can see and all this type of stuff. All this type of stuff. But let's go through this BOL. Midwest Utility. This is where if the trailers got dropped at. There's the address, phone number, stuff like that. BOL, proof of delivery. PO number is going to be right here. Pickup date right there. Delivery by that date right there. Attention, Tom Evans. The broker, League Logistics LLC. The carrier, Cedric Wells Trucking LLC. The carrier, DOT number. It's going to go there. The VIN number of the truck's going to go there. Destination is at Reinhardt Foods 48. And it's going to be all down there. Notes. Pick up between 7 a.m. and 12 midnight, Monday through Fridays. Please call ahead for delivery. Driver responsibility. Now, there's a reason this is like that note section. Make sure the driver understands their responsibility. Driver must have consignee sign this delivery receipt, okay, and fax it to our office within 24 hours of delivery. You can email or fax it. What did I say about that? Do both. Right? Whenever you see that or, do both. Make it a habit. You can email or fax it to us right there. Our contract considered complete until this proof of delivery is submitted. Now, the consignee is the person who is receiving this stuff, so make sure that they sign this. Okay, don't leave there until they sign it. They have received it. Because they are signing their John Hancock stating that it was received in good condition, everything was copacetic, everything was right on it, there's nothing wrong with it, there's no damages, whatever, all that type of stuff. That relieves you of the responsibility. Relieves you, your carrier, it relieves you all of the responsibility if anything is found wrong with it after that. Okay. Thank you, the name. There's a, yeah.
I had gotten to a situation where I have them sign and print their name. Because I had a thing where they were saying they couldn't read the signature.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to have, yeah. Yeah, see right here? Print right there. Make sure, I always say you sign and print, right? Sign and print, right? And sometimes if somebody, and they look questionable, I said, sure, good. And put your title right there. You don't look like the type of person that's supposed to be signing there. I didn't know what your title is. You could be the janitor signing this for all I know. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes if they look questionable or you get a feeling that this person got no business signing, because it says you print, name, and title. Sometimes you gotta ask them for that. All right. Dated, what time was signed? Thank you, General Manager. All right. Trailer release authorization form. This is just another document that it gets attached to this one to some BOLs, especially if the trailer moves. Okay, trailer release authorization. Midwest Utility, there they are right there. PO number here again goes there. Tom Evans' attention. Pick up from the Thermo King that we got picked up from, phone number, release date, broker DOT number, the place he got picked up from, their phone number, all that type of stuff, VIN number, carrier, Cedric Wells Trucking, DOT, the carrier number, delivery to Reinhardt Foods, all the information, phone number, stuff right there, delivered by the date it was delivered by, pick up 7 a.m. to 12 midnight, Monday through Friday. Trailer release away authorization signature right there. General manager is the printed and signed. General manager down there again. General manager, driver sign right there. Print that name right there. They even got the releaser, the person who released this, signs it right there. Their name is Michael S. Quick. He's John Hancock. All right. These documents, that BOL and that RACON, as you all can see, these are some of the most important documents in the entire process of dispatching freight. I know y'all hear him going around a lot. Rate confirmation BOL, rate confirmation BOL, get the rate confirmation, get BOL. And a lot of people don't give much weight to them. These are extremely, extremely important and vital documents. Pay attention to what you're doing when you're dealing with these documents, because they could land you in hot water, they could land you in legal trouble, they could land you in financial strait. Does everybody understand how important these documents are? Did y'all realize how important these documents were before this class tonight?
Yeah.
Be honest. A lot of y'all probably just a rate con. Yeah, ain't very important. Just a rate con. Check to make sure the number's right. That's all you got to do. A lot more to that rate con than that, y'all. You want to make sure that you go through these thoroughly. Don't ever, never you're gonna read it thoroughly like you are. And if it's not in the RACON, it does not exist. If the RACON says that something should have been done and you don't do it, you don't get paid. You could wind up owing money. You could wind up in legal trouble. Okay? Read the RACON and this BOL. Read this RACON and this BOL. Don't ever make the mistake of not reading this RACON and this BOL. Okay? Don't do it, people. Don't do it. These are two very important documents. Very important documents. Any questions on RACONs and BOLs?
Calvin, quick question for you.
Any questions on RACONs and BOLs? Yes. Yeah.
Have you ever dealt with a blind load?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you work this business long enough, you will deal with them.
Okay, so I mean, for the guys in the group.
Go ahead and explain. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead and explain to them on what a blind load is.
Okay, a blind load is the shipper don't know where the load is going, and the receiver don't know where it's coming from. Also, what can happen go ahead.
What shipments are notorious? What not industry? What agencies are notorious for blind loads?
Ah, damn. Shoot, I deal with so many different ones.
The one that comes to mind to me the most is because I did it both when I was with Covenant in delivering a blind load, and I've worked them as I'm a broker, military loads, military transports.
Oh, okay.
Especially if you're dealing with munitions. munitions.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you would get, I have dealt, when I was with Covenant Transport, Covenant, and they usually pick team driving teams to run these type of blind loads because someone has to be with that load at all times. You can never leave that load unattended. Sometimes you have an escort. Sometimes you have an armed escort. Sometimes they arm you, the drivers, okay? Either with those nice little tasers that you have on your side that look like real guns. They're not going to give you a real gun, but they give you them tasers. Okay? I've gotten issued tasers on a military load, military transport. And I've done a lot of blind loads when it comes to military transport when I was dealing with Covenant, where it comes across the Qualcomm, and then it'll come across the Qualcomm as it will say blind load, right? There's no information on the load. It just knows it tells you to stand by. You get your Qualcomm blind load, stand by. Military transport, stand by, right? Then they will send you over the Qualcomm a number to call. Nothing's gonna come over your Qualcomm telling you where that load picks up or where it delivers to. Nothing. You get a number to call. You call that number, right? They ask you for your DOT number, your MC number, your full name. They even ask you for your social. You want to make sure that you are who you say you are and you have the credentials and the background to run that load. Then they're going to patch you through to it's the post, it's the MP's office on the post or whatever it is. And then they're going to relate to you where you can pick the load up at. They're going to tell you where to pick the load up at. The company that you're working for, like Covenant, whatever, they don't know. They're not supposed to know. At that point, you are kind of like you are now subcontracted out to the military. They're going to tell you where to pick the load up. You're going to go there, you're going to pick it up. You're going to go to a deep briefing sometime where they brief you on what your responsibilities are. At that time, if they're going to arm you, they will arm you with your tasers. They will tell you if this load is so that you are being escorted. You won't see your escort. You are not to leave that load unattended, not even for a minute. Someone has to be with that load at all times. Okay, so, but they usually pay well though. Blind loads usually pay pretty well. Right there. Now, not all blind loads are at that level of security. The ones that I've done were military when I was with Covenant Transport. Covenant Transport runs a lot of military loads because they are a team driving. They are a team driving company. But blind loads usually pay very well.
So I'll tell you what this broker did, Calvin, on this.
I don't even think you even get it. Go ahead, Darren.
So what this broker did, it's a blind load, and he told me the load is picked. The first rate con he sent me with the load dropping off the following day. Once you pick up the load, he send you the receiver rate con. He sent it with a different date on it.
Oh,
you're right. So I called him immediately. I said, "Hey, what's going on? You said the load is dropping off the next day, and this is what the rate con said, but the other rate con has a different date on it. I can't deliver this load on this day because it has to come off tomorrow." Well, I have to see what I can do. Now I said, "Nah, don't see what you can do," and I end up getting stuck with that load for basically a day and a half.
Wow!
And lose a load that was paying me $4,000 for the next day.
Yeah, because you're tied up for a day and a half on that one load.
Right.
That's why you have to make sure those loads are worth. They are worth.
So,
you see what I'm saying? Did you renegotiate the rate?
Yeah, but I mean, it's a lesson learned to me as well.
Yeah.
For you know, whenever those blind loads, I need to see that other rate con before we picked up, because he didn't send a rate con until the driver picks up.
Yeah. Or so if they're not going to show you the rate con, get them to agree to to the rate being renegotiated if it's in conflict.
Right.
Okay. You have to get them to agree to actually go into good faith renegotiations on the rate if that that other rate con is in conflict with the first one you got. Because you're not gonna know with a blind load until you get them. Okay.
Right.
You're just not gonna know. Now, this is not something that I expect you all to run into early on in your career, but if you do this long enough, you will run into blind loads.
Right. And it was my first time, so
yeah, you will experience blind loads. And they're kind of tricky, but they usually pay well. And the military ones are like they're really blind. But they pay well though. They do pay very, very, very well. That's my watch got something stuck on my watch. Right, there we go. All right. Does anybody have any questions on rate cons and BOL? Let me check my chat here. Yeah, someone was telling me what bike solicitation was. Thank you, Miss Meadows. Miss Michelle was giving us the definition of the back solicitation. Okay, let's check on my YouTube channel. There we go with this crazy stuff again. See this is what I mean. I had just said this before we started. I mean, and they know this is not going to stay on here. It's not going to see the light of day. I'm going to put you in timeout. I'm going to report it. I'm going to remove it. I'm going to report you. I hope they come search your computer and find stuff on it and take you behind the jail. I do. Because I'm going to report you. And I hope they track your IP address and come and check your scan your them real bad guys. That's what I hope happens to you. And I have no remorse or sympathy for you. No remorse or sympathy for you. So I really hope they come lock you behind up. All right. I don't know why they keep doing this stuff because it's never gonna see the light of day. So I don't know why they keep putting this stuff on here. All right, someone says, Magic Matrix says, hi, Kevin. How can we go about finding mobile homes or cheap places for drivers to live if they want to just run in Florida and fly from time to time, fly back home? Google. I mean, seriously. I mean, if you're looking for like mobile homes for rent, if just Google it, man. Just Google, mobile homes for rent. Florida. Bam. There you go. I mean, you just, I mean, it's no real big secret. You can go to Zillow, you can go to Google, rent mobile homes, and once you go to these mobile homes for rent or for sale sites, you put in your parameters of what price range you want to stay in, and then yeah, that's what you should do. Like if you're here in the zip code, I'm gonna do a search, parks in that area, all the homes that are either for sale or for rent. I can go up here. I can go homes. I can go parks. I can go dealers, floor plans. I can filter, put my size in, whatever. Radius search to say 60, 50 miles around Tallahassee. It's just for a driver, 1 bedroom, 1 bath, location type, and put parks, only 55 plus parks, private property, all that stuff, all parks, only all ages and parks, listing homes for rent, or for seasonal rentals, whatever the case may be. And I'm gonna hit my little search. Then it's gonna pull them up. Okay. Then it's gonna pull up all the ones that 0 homes for rent. I got too much. I probably need to change this 1 bedroom. Filters, probably change that to like more bedrooms. Let's say 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. Rent. So what I'm looking for. All right. There we go. State Association, Florida. Submit. Yeah. Here's one right there. $1,000 a month in Cascade Village, Tallahassee. So yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure if you look in other areas, they have more. If you put in, more stuff, it'll pull up more stuff. If you put in more miles radius, you get more. Just kind of creak and do what you need to do, and that's a nice little mobile home for a truck driver to park his truck out there and drive home. Every weekend. $1,000 a month. That's not that bad, especially if he in Florida. He making $10,000 to $12,000 a week, right? Right. If you got him on some dedicated runs and he's doing $1,500 to $2,500 a day, 5 days a week off every weekend, he can easily afford that.
That's
easily.
right.
Okay. Got him a nice place to chill while he's here. All the comforts of home. He have a life. He can rent him a car, drive home every weekend, or he can fly home every weekend. But make his money here in Florida. Think outside the box, people. Think outside the box. But anyway, that's another training for another day. All right. Look, everybody, I appreciate y'all. If we don't have more questions on BOLs and rate cons, I hope I've shown y'all the importance of the BOLs and rate cons. I hope I've shown y'all the importance of those 2 documents. Hopefully, they're not just run-of-the-mill documents that you all run through or that you were thinking about. And hopefully, you all realize that they are very important. They are very vital. It is vital that you read these documents and that you follow the instructions, and that you make sure your carriers are aware of the seriousness of these instructions that you're giving them on these documents, because knowing this stuff can save you a lot of heartache and trouble. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. Now, when I first started doing this, I learned the hard way. And so I learned the hard way. You got to start reading those rate cards, those BOLs. All right. So hopefully you all got a good understanding of what those documents are and how important they are. Let me check back with my people over here. All right. But there you go. Check Google that stuff to find those mobile homes, and you can probably find nice apartment complexes too that have like big parking spaces where you can park their truck and stuff too. So do that to condos and things like that. But $1,000 a month, that's not bad, especially if you got some little land there with it, park your truck and everything, and secure your truck there and everything, so you're good to go. All right, look, everybody, I appreciate y'all for joining me. Hopefully y'all got a lot out of this training tonight. Hopefully it's not just your run-of-the-mill trainer. He's gonna be training on rate cons and BOLs. It's gonna be boring. So hopefully it wasn't boring. Hopefully y'all really learned something about rate cons and BOLs and the importance of them, and you're not just looking at them as just another document in the process. They are probably, outside of the dispatch agreement and the profile form, they're right up there as the most important document that you'll come across, because that document can land you in the most hot water if you do not follow the instructions to it properly. All right. thank you all. I will join you all back here next week on dispatch training for our finals, which is invoicing. I'm going to show you all how to create your invoices, how to get paid. I use Square. So I'm going to show you all how to do them through Square, how to create your invoices, what you need to attach to your invoices each and every time you send them, and how your invoices should be worded. I'm going to show you all how to make your invoices automated when you're dealing with dedicators, so that you don't have to worry about creating the invoice over and over again. You can make it reoccurring, especially if you got dedicated lanes. And this is the importance of setting your people up on dedicated. So if you set them up on dedicated, you know they're going to get the same pay every week. Because they're getting paid the same amount of money for every load they run on that day. If you got them set up on 3 loads, they get the same amount of money 5 days a week. So then you set your invoices up just to build them every Friday, or you build them every Friday, or you build them every Saturday, and the same amount of money, you just put it on reoccurring. And then if you put it on reoccurring, you have that carrier to click the box where it says save my card for auto pay. Then it just automatically just deducts it from their card every week, same amount of money. You can't get more automatic than that. Okay, that's where you want to be at when you get into doing these dedicators and setting these people up on these things. So you can manage more carriers like that. The more dedicated you have, the easier it is to manage your carrier network. Okay, and the more money you're gonna make, because your money just gonna come in on like clockwork. All you got to do is call the brokers every now and then just to check, make sure everything's going okay, everything's going smooth. Bam. All right. Thank you all. I appreciate you all again for joining me. Thank you all for taking some time out of your evening to come here and sit with me and listen to me just rant on about this stuff. But it's good stuff, because this stuff can help you make a lot of money. It is. This is a great industry. I've never seen anything like it. This industry is great, and you can do what you want in this industry financially if you just take the time to this industry take me from homeless to where I am now. So look, if I can do it from a homeless shelter, I know you all can do it. Can do it. All right. So just follow the training. Do the work and watch it happen. That's it, everybody. I see y'all next week. I will see you all on Sunday for Easily's Live. Sunday, Easily's Live, 5:15. This Saturday, I'm probably gonna have I may or may not have a broadcast this Saturday on the Brokers Hour, but I am gonna have the Easily's Live. But I probably will do a Brokers Hour. Next Tuesday is Easily's agent training. If you're not on time for Easily's agent training, if I come on at 7 o'clock for Easily's agent training, and 7:15 rolls around and no one has signed into the training, I'm shutting it down. Okay, I'm shutting it. I'm not gonna conduct training if no one be on time. Okay, be on time. Okay, so out for the training. If I got at least one person there, we're gonna have training. But if no one shows up, I'm not gonna do training. All right.
Okay. Great.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Thank y'all. Y'all have a good night.
Coach,
yeah.
You wanted me to call you back on that per mile,
yeah,
and all of that? You want to hang up, or you want me to just hang around?
What are we doing? What are we supposed to be doing?
Remember I was telling you about that job proposal I got, the 20 stops for the dedicated.
Oh yeah,
I was asking how to handle that.
Yeah. All right. Give me about. I got some stuff to do right now, but I'm gonna give you a call before the night, so I can't tell you what time I'm gonna call you, because I got so much stuff to do. But I'm gonna give you a call back tonight, and we'll go over it. Okay?
Okay. Okay, no problem. You give me a call.
But you see,
breaking up.
Now I'm saying, but you see what I mean by be careful what you ask for. When you ask for loads for like your box truck, and then I turn you on to some stuff, and then it turns out to be a whole lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
I
Oh,
followed
look.
directions. I went and stood shaking trees and hey,
Yeah.
hey. So
I mean, if you if you do what I tell you to do on these box trucks, you have more business than you can handle. Okay.
that's what I need.
And
That's
you
what I
just
need, Coach.
got proof of you just got proof of that today with that one contract. What is it, like 20
Yeah.
stops, 20 pickups
That's what they
per
said.
day?
Yeah, they said
I
20
mean,
stops. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
yeah.
Yeah, I want to try it out though. You
Yeah.
know, ain't nothing else
Yeah.
stopping.
Yeah. Make sure
I
you
talked to
yeah,
people,
make
so
sure you price that right though. Yeah, make sure you
you break it
price
out. Make sure what?
yeah, 20 stops a day. Make sure you price it right. Make sure you price it right. I'll go with you later because the goal is if you're doing 20 stops, $1,000 per day.
Okay, at least that.
If
Yeah,
you're doing that many stops, if
right.
you're doing that many stops a day, 20 stops, okay, you want to get that price somewhere between $700 and $1,000 a day. Now, some people will say, well, that's kind of high, but you always want to start off high. Because
Right.
you definitely don't want to do that for no $400 a day.
Oh heck no, that ain't gonna happen.
No, because that's a lot of
Right.
work. That's a lot of work. Yeah, that's a lot of work.
That's
All right.
a lot of work.
All right, man. But
Okay,
I call you.
Coach, call me later. All right.